Naka and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to kind of go over products that I have not gotten my monies out of. But I haven't gotten my money's worth. I don't reach for it for one reason or another. It's stuff that maybe a few of them I didn't like, maybe some of them I do like, and I just forget about them. But various reasons why I don't reach for these products, and just kind of going through my collection lately, and I'm just like, I'm not ready to get rid of them, but at the same time, I thought I was going to use them a lot more. So we will go through and just kind of talk and chit chat about some makeup products. Please don't forget to subscribe before we get started. And I did want to say a huge thank you. I will get mushy for a second. I did reach 1K. I'm in the K's. So I'm super excited. Definitely took me a while to get here. So I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for all your support and kind comments. I love it when you comment. That has been my favorite part. Yeah, it's been my favorite part of being on YouTube. So is getting to know you guys. So always comment down below. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so I have quite a big bin of products here. So let's go ahead, just things that I'm just like, I don't know what it is. There's certain makeup that, whether it was on YouTube and like all the hype got to me and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that, or had a specific reason for buying it and I thought I was gonna really reach for it and then I never reached for it. But yeah, so one of the things I bought this year was the Casey Holmes and Butter collection, the Physicians Formula, and I show you guys what it looks like. I have not used this since I filmed with it, like for my first impressions. And I kind of went over my first impressions saying like, if it was these top like three, like the blush and the highlighter and the bronzer, I'd probably reach for it all the time. And I don't like the eyeshadows. Like, I felt like that video was kind of a mess. The eyeshadow colors are just not my colors. These two in the center are just so similar on the eyes that you can't really like do much with them. I love mint green. I don't like forest green. So I never reach for this. I do need to just depot these. They look super easy to just depot and put into like a little thingy. But I don't have a little Z palette or, you know, magnetic palette at the moment to do that. It does smell good. I'm smelling it from here. That's nice. But yeah, that is why I don't know, I just don't reach for these at all. All right. Next are the Stila liquid shadows. So these are gorgeous. I will do a swatch for you. I'm like, I have no complaints about the formula at all, but for some reason, I just don't reach for liquid shadows or cream products in general. They just aren't my thing. And I always look at this and I'm like, you need to use this. You have quite a few of these. But I never do. I don't know what it is. It's just, I just don't feel like blending and working around the cream and dry time. A lot of these are lazy girl products in terms of like, I just don't want to use them because I just don't want to take the time. So I need to play with these more. Let me know if you guys want to see any of these products. But yeah, these, and then I have a ton of the glitter ones. I'm like, the Stila glitter shadows are amazing. I love those. But at the same time, a lot of them have dried out because I thought I was going to use them all the time. And I kind of, there's no point in me like doing tutorials on here and then using the same liquid and like, there's only so many glitter looks you can do. So it's like I really only reserve those for like a night out kind of thing. I ain't go nowhere. You know, like I barely go out. So I just don't reach for them, and now they've all kind of gotten clumpy and disgusting. So kind of wish I only bought like 1 or 2 at a time rather than trying to buy like 8 at a time. Next up, who remembers these little NARS duos? I'm sure they're still on for sale, but they don't promote these anymore. I don't know what happened. I felt like the formula was better in these than they are in the eyeshadow palettes. I just don't have any interest in those. I mean, they're okay. They're not bad. This one is in Silk Road, very neutral. I do have one that I absolutely love that has like a blue in there that I was like, oh, I like pulled this one out and then I saw that one and I was like, oh, I need to use that. But I never reach for these. I don't know what it is. They're a good formula. They're just, I don't know. All right. Next up is this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Instant Look and a palette. And this is what she looks like. very neutrally, very not exciting. I love the cheek color in here, which is that. Trying to get your brush into this is not worth the time to pull this thing out. And nothing in this is bad. I mean, like, the face highlight, it's not that exciting. I really think, like, that's the face highlight right there. I get pulled into Charlotte Tilbury. I love the packaging. I just love the aesthetic of Charlotte Tilbury. And the lipsticks are great. But her eyeshadows, I just don't really gravitate to. They're not bad. They're just expensive. And then I think I bought this one. I think I convinced myself I needed this when I was doing my wedding makeup. And I think I maybe used like the brown and the grease. And I think I used the cheek color too. But since that, nothing. I have not reached for this baby, and it doesn't inspire me when I look at it. I keep thinking I need to declutter, and the Netflix thing where she's like, does it make you happy? Does it bring you joy? And it doesn't bring me joy, but it brings me pain to get rid of it. Next up, this is bad. You guys are gonna laugh. This is bad. This is the Color Your World by Tarte. So it is a color corrector. I have never opened it. This is when color correcting was like huge on YouTube, and I thought, like, I don't know what I thought. It was like one of those products, like, let me know if you guys have bought something where you were like, oh yeah, I do need that, and it was like super hyped up and then you've never used it. This is probably one of the only things that I've literally never touched. Never touched. And I'm too lazy to color correct. The most I will do is a little bit of salmon under my eyes to get rid of the bags, but that's it. So this has gotten zero use, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself, okay? Next up, I have this Cheek Parade palette from Benefit. So it's a gorgeous little blush thing. I talked about this when I bought my Jouer blushes and how I wasn't gonna be buying the new one that came out. Not because I don't like the formula of these. I just, for some reason, it's big and bulky and it just takes up room, and I just don't want to reach for it. And to be honest, like, the Hoola Light Bronzer, this one right here, does not work on my skin tone. And then I feel like I'm in the minority with the Hoola bronzer in general, where I still feel like I would need a deeper shade. It's not as universal as I feel like everyone makes it out to be. Like, I can make it work, but part of it is like I have the one in the cardboard packaging, and I've talked about how I don't like the cardboard. But yeah, for some reason, this was another one that I'm just like, I did not get my money's worth. Maybe this video will be called that. I don't know yet. I haven't gone that far. Next up, I have this Manny MUA palette. This is Life's a Drag, and it's a really pretty palette. I used it in a few tutorials when I first got it, and I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just now just kind of, I think, the same type of thing. Like, it's a pretty hefty palette, and I will say that, like, I love the Stacy Carnival palette. That's been my favorite. That is actually what I have on my eyes today as far as colorful palettes go. And then plus I have the James Charles palette. So when it comes to me wanting to play with color, I kind of just forget I have this and use those. And a lot of the, like, I love mint green, and like this mint you kind of have to like really build up, whereas in my Stacy one I don't have to. And then the neutrals, it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you do, because it's nice that he did this mix where it was like, oh, I can create neutral looks and fun looks. But instead, if I'm going to do a neutral look, I reach for a neutral palette. And if I'm going to do a colorful look, I reach for a more colorful palette. So, and I think I just got really turned off by all the Manny drama, to be honest. I mean, I don't know him, and I don't ever want to judge people for their business, you know? But at the same time, I'm not taking sides on it. I just was kind of like, I'm over it. Like, I don't care to be involved in all that stuff. Next up, we have this Natasha Denona blush. These were not talked about that much, but for some reason I bought this, and I'll never use it. And it's not even like it's a bad product. You guys know Natasha Denona has great products, but it wasn't worth the money for me. It didn't perform as well as I thought it was going to. I don't know. Part of that is just the shades I chose. At the same time, it says Blush Duo, and I'm not going to read these names and make myself look like a fool. But why did I get this shade? What is that going to do for my cheeks? Like, I could probably use that as an under eye setting powder. Maybe I should try that. Yeah. But yeah, that is part of the reason why I never reached for this. I don't know what I was thinking. Not the product's fault, just my consumer fault. All right, next up I have this Jeffree Star Eclipse highlighter. I love Jeffree Star's highlighters in general. You guys know this. For some reason, this Eclipse shade though, it just doesn't. It's like almost like leans silvery on me. And I don't love a silver highlight. It is definitely a beaming highlight and one that I could possibly fall in love with again, but I don't feel like it flatters my skin tone the best, which is why I never use it. And to be honest, you deserve a medal if you're gonna go through a pan like this of highlighter. Like, I have not even rubbed the little symbols. You know what I'm talking about. Logos off of it. Okay, something I found in my collection that I'm like, I completely forgot I had this. This is the Lorac contour palette, and I do like it. I remember liking this, and for some reason it just got lost in all my other mess of products that I'm literally like, you cannot buy a contour palette in a very long time, because between this one, the Kat Von D one, my Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow, like, I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Okay, next up, as far as lipsticks goes, I never use my YSL lipsticks. I love the packaging on these. I freaking love this coral color. But oh, the smell. The smell is potent. And I just don't get it. I feel like we have been talking about this YSL for years. That and like L'Oreal, like why? You know, like I know that some people have like nostalgia things, they don't mind it. But yeah, this is the only one where I literally like smell it and I can't get it out. Like I'm just like, it's there, it lingers, and I'm just, oh, at least L'Oreal, like after a few minutes it goes away. This one stays, and like I'm super sensitive to certain smells where I get headaches, and YSL definitely does that for me. So I would reach more for that brand because I think it is, I love the packaging of it and the overall aesthetic of it, but like it's just the fact that I'm just like, the smell is a no. All right, next up we have this RCMA powder. This was definitely one that YouTube made me buy it. Like definitely watching Kathleen Lights, and just I felt like everybody was reaching for this for a while, and I have to say I don't like it. I think it's too white. It's a little bit drying, and I'm not a huge powder user in general, to where and honestly, it's the packaging. It's the packaging that makes me not want to use this. I hate this thing. Like I just hate it. The packaging just makes me not want to use it. It's just messy. It gets everywhere, and I already have a mess on my desk just from opening this. Like, so that is why I don't like this. I rarely reach for this, and I don't know what I was thinking. All right, next up we have some expensive products that I definitely thought I was going to use more, but I don't. Hourglass lighting powders. So I love their bronzer right now. I have not tried their loose powder, and I have a lot of these ones. So this is the Radiant Light, and I like to set my face with this. Problem is, I forget to do it. Like, that it's just that one extra step that's like, oh, that makes a subtle difference, but it's really pretty. And it is. I love it. But there's certain steps in makeup that I'm just like, not the one. You know, like I will never spend 2 hours doing my makeup. Like, it just gives your skin like a nice little shine to it. But yeah, I don't have anything against the product or you know, at all. It's a gorgeous product, and I just don't reach for it. Next we have these Maestro Liquid Summer Giorgio Armani Bronzer Drops. So I think mine has definitely gone bad. Let me shake it and see. Maybe it will be fine if I shake it. But this is like the Liquid Summer. It has a little bit of SPF in there. It's just the fact that I don't like liquid products. And this one was pretty, and I did use it for a little bit in the summer, but I forgot about it. It's huge. Is expensive, and I'm more of a cream contour stick person right now, so I did like this for a short while, and then it kind of just got forgotten about, and maybe it's one that I will rediscover soon if it doesn't smell like it's gonna break my face out. But yeah, I never reach for that. Same with these drops. I feel like I bought this for packaging. It looks really pretty sitting on my vanity. And I don't use it. I don't use cream highlights. And I know for a while there, I mixed it in with my foundation to give myself like a nice like dewy look. Again, not the product. It's just, I just don't prefer it. I need to stop buying creams. That's what it is. Or I need to make myself use them and figure out what kind of creams work for me. But I've just always been someone that gravitates toward powder, and then I was just like, ooh, pretty, need it. Okay, and then lastly, this hurts me to put this in here because I remember wanting this palette for like years. This is the Natasha Denona. It is her Mega palette, and I have two of these. I have both, and I got them when they were on like sale for Black Friday, so they were 30% off. But as you can see, it's like I've reached for them, but I haven't like reached for them. You know what I mean? They're pretty. Everything is pretty. I like look at it right now and I'm just like, ah. I'm ashamed. But they still look totally usable, and I reach for that pink section so much, but like, look how pretty those are. What is my problem? I think what it is sometimes with these bigger palettes, one, storage wise, I just forget about it. And then two, when palettes are color blocked like this, I tend to not reach for them as much. I've realized, like, even when it's like, I feel like it sucks because it's when someone only puts like 5 colors in a palette, you're like, only 5 colors and you want me to pay $40, you know? And then at the same time, when they put in this many shadows, I think I just get overwhelmed by looking at it. It's like the shades don't stand out as much to me because they're kind of mixed in with that color story. And then I'm not inspired to use it. Instead, I'm like the opposite, where I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with this? And then the other thing is there's barely any mattes in here. So it definitely, like, the shimmers outdo the mattes, which is totally fine because I'm a shimmer hoarder. I love my shimmers. Don't get me wrong here, okay? But at the same time, I need like neutral browns. I need some crease shades. Like, that's the only thing I wish you would have included, is I just need some more neutrals in here to make me want to use this palette all in one. Because even if I'm like, oh, the shimmers, it's like I feel like I have to do a different eye look with a different palette. And I am not one to skip around to like 5 different palettes. I ain't got time for that. So it hurts me to say that I need to use her more, but it's true. So that is it with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. Let me know what products that you thought you were going to use and just haven't used them, and you're kind of like, if you're like me, like I'm having a little guilt moment where I'm just like, you need to think about things a little bit more, okay? You need to get your shit together and think about stuff. So that is it for me though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't, I'm trying to figure out ideas. I don't want to do makeup in every single video, but I still want it to be interesting and fresh for you guys. So let me know if you guys like these. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in the next one.